Guys, Atomic Heart isn't doing so well. As you probably know by now, over the last few weeks, the game has been going through a lot, with people losing interest in the game because they found out the 6-hour scene is all fake, the controversy surrounding Atomic Heart that Mundfish supports Russia, then everyone was trying to boycott the game. Not gonna happen, by the way, we all saw what happened with Hogwarts. But now there's a new and more important problem. The worst thing that can happen with any video game out there. And what's that problem, you ask? Performance issues. That's right, the game is coming out today on PC first, around 6 PM EST. It comes out on Game Pass, Xbox, and everywhere else tomorrow on the 21st, but on PC it comes out today in just a few hours. And ever since leading up until the game's launch, gameplay has been dropping everywhere, from other news outlets and even the developers themselves, trying to get people interested in Atomic Heart. And it was very positive before. Everybody said it looks like a mix of BioShock and Fallout and that they're excited for a game like this. But Nvidia keeps flexing their DLSS with this game, and some people even got early access and have been releasing footage, and turns out people are mad about how the game runs. Because as you can probably tell by the gameplay, it doesn't look all smooth. Of course, looking at it in first glance, you could just brush it off and deal with it. Most of this is just pre-release footage and the end result can look entirely different. But what if I told you this is how the game is gonna look, but maybe worse actually? Everyone was down to pick up this game before, but now we're kind of thinking twice about getting it now. And that's all because of the potential performance problems that everyone's been talking about, because news came out that Atomic Heart would be using the Denuvo DRM to prevent piracy attempts, and now everyone has mixed feelings about the game. If you don't know what Denuvo is, it's basically this anti-tamper and anti-cheat tech that protects PC games from piracy and cheating. And although it does a pretty good job, it's been known to cause a bunch of performance issues within the game due to high CPU usage and excessive writing operations on storage components. So Atomic Heart on PC may just fry your CPU or SSD or HDD, whatever you use. For storage, I use NVMe, it'll probably be toast. And just a game being announced to run with Denuvo is very bad news. In the past, it wasn't even listed on Steam, which seemed very fishy to people, but now since it's actually releasing, it's listed now, and that basically confirms that it probably won't run well on PC. So Steam reviews are going to be a little salty at first when the game drops later today, and I really do hope not, because this would be an even greater reason for people to avoid Atomic Heart when a lot of people are already planning on doing so. Despite all the background drama I've been covering a little bit over the last few days, you can watch a video on that at the top right of your screen right now, but it's been known for PC games not to run well because of Denuvo. The game ends up running extremely well on every other platform, but on PC it's terrible, and this is supposed to be the most demanding platform, so that's pretty embarrassing. Kinda ironic if you ask me. Like, everybody gives console a lot of crap because PC can handle stuff way better than console, but nowadays it seems like the PS5 and Series X can run games far better than PC because of Denuvo. It happened with Dead Space recently. The first game to fall victim to this year completely ruined the launch party for a lot of us, and now another game like Atomic Heart is going to fall victim to this problem. And to make matters worse, fans got even more mad when the devs just straight up said that DLSS will fix all the problems the game will have running with Denuvo. Like, what, bro? What about the people who don't have a 3000 series or higher and can't use DLSS? They're gonna buy the game and not be able to run it at all, even though they meet the minimum requirements. So a lot of Steam users are gonna be hit with a big surprise today. Just like Dead Space, another AAA game is gonna get ruined and run poorly on PC because of Denuvo. The second title that I know of this year. There's probably far more that we don't even know about. Basically just forcing us to get it on our PS5 or Xbox at this point, because even though we have a beefy PC, it can't handle this game. Personally, I'm just gonna wait for the reviews to come out, and I know they're trying to prevent people from pirating the game, but come on. This software is just killing the experience for a lot of people, and the game hasn't even come out yet, and this is just another reason for people to not get Atomic Heart. Very bad news, and it's probably the very reason the game dropped a day early first on PC, because it's releasing on every other platform, even Game Pass tomorrow instead, which is weird. Like, shouldn't it release on Game Pass first? I guess they want to show up their impressive graphics on PC, so I hope it runs well, because if it doesn't, it's going to be really embarrassing, and people are going to bump it to gameplay all day, see how bad it runs, and turn away from the game. And some people probably won't even know. They'll spend so much money on the game and then they can't get a refund, and that's just so unfair. Everyone's been against Denuvo for a while now. Anytime news comes out that's going to be featured in the game, it faces a bunch of controversy. Once people find out, they're just like, well, I'm getting the game on my console. It's like its entire purpose is just to keep people away from buying the game on PC. You don't know how many times I hear this from other content creators and streamers. It happened with Dead Space, but I saw it happen more with the Callisto protocol. Like, that's the one I had to go through. My experience with Denuvo, Dead Space ran pretty well on my PC, but the Callisto protocol, man, I never had to buy a game on a completely different platform just to play it. But now it's happening with Atomic Heart. Word about this is pretty slim, but still, the people who know are just saying that they're gonna get it on Game Pass, when in reality, they wanted to get it on Steam. Either way, I'm sure everyone will realize when they have like a 2080 Super first day or any other hardware that exceeds the minimum requirements and they launch the game only to be met with a bunch of stuttering and glitching. It's gonna be a massive problem, and overall, just ruin Atomic Heart on day one of release for a lot of people. Also, if you didn't know, you'll need internet access to play. That's how Denuvo works to prevent piracy. operating, one of the many features. And if you were around when Deathloop came out, you probably recall the outage that happened. That definitely killed the hype for the release of the game. Honestly, first impressions are everything, and if a game doesn't run too good the first time they play it, let me tell you, that player who pre-ordered and waited months to play, they're gonna be pretty butthurt and try to get their money back. And they're gonna be one of the many people spreading hate about the game forever. Just like Cyberpunk, it still can't recover it even after Edge Runners. So Mundfish won a lot of people over with the robot girls and drama online. Ever since my last video, all I see is people wanting to get the game even more now because of people trying to boycott Atomic Heart. So they have a big community right now. But let's face it, if the game doesn't even work, man, it's just gonna kill all the potential sales they could have made. And their reputation is just gonna go downhill. All that hard work for nothing. So I'm counting on this game to not be a disappointment too. It looks very fun. But when the dev says things like this, that the LSS will fix any problem the game has, that kind of scares me. Let's hope that today the game runs exceptionally well. I have liquid cooling and a Ryzen 9. Really hope my CPU doesn't get fried. Like, I don't mind the high temps, man. I know the Nouveau causes that. We all know that. Like, I have an AC for a reason. But please, at least run my game well without stuttering like Dead Space or the Callisto Protocol or whatever. Then I'll be happy. I just want to be able to play the games without problems. And let's be honest, the graphics don't look half bad. Looks actually way better than most games that came out this year already. So yeah, just want to warn you guys and share the news. I wish you all the best. Just want to talk on this because nowadays, if you play mainly on PC, you know that most games that come out don't work. We're just used to it at this point. It's just gonna launch with issues and it's just unacceptable, especially after a day one patch. At that point, you should just be embarrassed. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Also be sure to follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Links in the description. I will definitely be streaming this game tomorrow at around 1 PM EST, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Stay blue.